coronavirus, he was also given a preemptive pardon.
JM
Good
Reeves, talk more
afternoon.
about
Well,
the preemptive
almost
pardon.
good afternoon. Good morning, folks. We're gonna go ahead and just start with
Yeah, I mean,
some coverage of
it's notable. We talked about
Trump's
this idea
movements
of
to
is it
the
emboldened
to
Trump
the
potentially to,
Trump's movements to the
pardon some folks who rioted
inauguration
during the January 6th attack in
podium, I
2021.
guess,
Uh,
or stage.
it's something that Trump has floated here for months, though, right? This isn't
And
something that
I'll
just
be
came
in
up
and out.
because Biden
I
issued his
have
preemptive
attempted to
pardon
pin the
this
link
morning, and in fact,
up
Trump
at the
referred to it
top.
at his rally here in
I'll drop it
Washington
into the chat
last
just
night
to
at
make it
Capital One Arena,
easier.
where he'll be again
Hey,
today.
Virgo, if you're
So
still
this idea of
there.
pardons, both from the Biden folks in the Biden White House,
Let
have
the
been discussing this idea of preemptive
I
pardons
hope
for a
everybody
year,
pays
but also
attention
this
to the
idea of
title of
pardoning
this
for at least
show.
some of the rioters on
America
January 6th,
venerates
sort of in good
mediocrity
behavior for some
today.
time at this point.
See Donald Trump and Joe Biden coming into the Capitol. Amy Klobuchar, senator of Minnesota, who's head of the inaugural committee. That's why she is right there with them. Let's bring in national political reporter Marianne Levine, who covered every twist and turn of Donald Trump's 2024 campaign. Marianne, he is coming into office much more prepared, and his team is much more prepared than they were 8 years ago. What are some of the first things they hope to do?
I think today we can expect a lot of executive actions, especially on the border, which is an issue that President Trump campaigned very heavily on. An incoming administration official previewed some of those executive actions this morning. One thing that they're saying they're going to do is ending birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants. And so we're expecting that to get a lot of legal challenges, but that's one thing that one policy that the administration has previewed. Another is declaring a national emergency for the border and sending military personnel to the border. Trump declared a national emergency in his first term to build the border wall. He's taking a very similar approach this time around.
So I just want to mention, we saw a moment ago Sundar Pichai, who's the CEO of Google, standing next to Elon Musk. It just shows who Donald Trump is sort of recognizing as the power brokers in the American and global economy in this moment. J.D. Vance and Usha Vance, the soon-to-be vice president and second lady, coming in. We also saw Melania Trump escorted in a moment ago. What do you read, Marianne, from all of these tech leaders being invited and playing such a central role in this day?
I mean, it's such a contrast to his first inauguration. I mean, I think that seeing Mark Zuckerberg, for example, go down to Mar-a-Lago to meet with Trump, seeing Trump's proximity to Elon Musk, I think it just really shows how different his relationship is with this community and this sector than it was in the first administration. And I think that could have potential for policy impacts. And I think we have to still see what that looks like, but they're definitely going to have a lot of influence, or at least it appears to be the case.
And there's Miriam Adelson in the white jacket, the widow of Sheldon Adelson, making her, I think, one of the 5 richest people in the world. I think that's Dana White to her, standing to her left, to our right, the United Fighting Championship CEO who introduced Trump at the Republican convention. Speaking of Mark Zuckerberg, was just invited to join the board of directors of Meta. Silicon Valley really has never had its hooks so deep into Washington as it really does right now.
James, let's talk about the ceremony that will unfold in such an unusual circumstance, being inside of the Capitol. You can see there some of the cabinet picks of Donald Trump's. We saw Pete Hegseth among them, significant, of course, because Hegseth had his confirmation hearing, his first sort of attempt to quell any concerns that members of the Senate had. RFK there. Pete Hegseth has become sort of a symbol of Trump's desire to fight Democratic concerns, fight reputation and everything else, and just stick with his team no matter what.
He made it into a loyalty test, and over the weekend, the 50th Republican senator announced that he would vote for Hegseth. So his confirmation now seems assured, and you can see the whole cabinet coming in, including Kash Patel, Trump's pick to direct the FBI, which will probably be one of the more contentious confirmation fights coming up.
So what are you looking for in this ceremony today, James?
It's obviously indoors. This is going to be the 5th time that Chief Justice John Roberts, who has clashed with Trump at times, will be administering the oath of office. It's still not as many as the first Chief Justice, John Marshall, but you will see a lot of the respect, the pomp and circumstance. I do wonder how sort of raucous it will be. You'll have the former president sitting there. We obviously saw Bill and Hillary Clinton come in. But I think that oath that Trump will take, I think their goal is to take it at 11:47 because he'll be the 47th president. We'll see if that holds. There's a lot of moving parts. Is really significant. It's the only thing in the entire Constitution that is in quotation marks. The founders wrote out what it should say. They didn't want Congress to write the oath because they didn't want Congress to overly limit the power of the executive. And it is the same oath that every president since George Washington has taken. Washington, after a lot of deliberations, decided to take it publicly because he wanted the American people to see that he had made this pledge. A few presidents later, they sort of informally added the "So help me God." A lot of people interpret that as a prayer. In fact, the way it was originally intended was, please spare me from eternal damnation if I don't follow this oath to execute the Constitution and the laws of the United States.
Former Vice President Dan Quayle and his wife Marilyn Quayle coming in. We just saw them publicly.
Hey, HB.
Hey, Stanley.
We do anticipate seeing
It's
all the
great day
former
to be an
doing?
American. Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's a great day to be an American. Yeah.
Former Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, you saw the title of the show, right?
Oh yeah, I saw the title.
The elements of this, just the visual.
So
elements
yes,
of
it
this
is
show
a
this
great day
absolutely
to be America,
unprecedented.
to be in
Marianne, Donald
America
Trump chose
or
not
an
to do this
American
right 4 years
if
ago.
you venerate
He took his ball and went
mediocrity.
home, so to speak. He did
Right,
not
right.
partake in the peaceful transfer of
Especially
power.
if you're
Yeah, I
mediocre.
think
Yeah.
it's a real, and I think there's
Well,
some
you know what?
frustration on
I
the
did
Democratic side.
go up on
Just
B
the
Bray's
Democrats
panel
they also
to
tend to lean on
let
being
him
the
know
party that recognizes democracy, and I
my
think
thoughts on
that
that matter.
there's sort of this recognition that
John
attacking the
John
left
actually
lets you not
visited up on the
concede the
panel.
election. So I
So
think there's
On
some
Be Brave?
obviously the Democrats conceded
oh
the
yeah,
election very quickly,
Okay.
but I think there is some frustration when I talk
I
to
guess those
Democratic
pictures he
staffers,
sent this
lawmakers,
morning of the
about
toilet,
how
Yeah,
there
yeah,
were the
you
yeah.
know,
findings wouldn't
he's
necessarily
itching
be
to get somebody
reciprocated,
to
or
show
likely
him
would not be
online.
reciprocated had there been
Yeah,
this one
yeah.
election.
I
Rhonda, what are you going to be listening
Well,
for
yeah, I
notice
ha-
I
in
didn't notice I
this
didn't
peaceful transfer
respond.
of power and Donald Trump's speech?
yeah, yeah.
And let me just point out, Rhonda,
I
before
had
we go to
just
you, that
finished
we are seeing Mike
breakfast
Pence
after I
in the chamber
watched
right
that,
now.
and it was just a little too much for me, man.
Yeah,
Well, you
that
know,
would
I'm
be
kind of the
unexpected.
same
Dan
way.
Quayle
I
was
really
with
don't
the
want to
part of
start
the
my
attendees
day out
today at his
looking at
meet and
what
greet.
John's
And most all
tenants
vice
did.
presidents, living vice
Yeah,
presidents,
You
are
know, in my
invited
opinion,
to participate,
John
which of course speaks to the continuity.
chooses
It
his
doesn't matter what
business.
side of the aisle you're from.
Nobody's making
To
him
me, this
do
is
it.
one of those rare days that is supposed to bring everyone
Good
in
for
government
him, but
together.
you know, I find it
What I'm
somewhat.
listening out for is
I'm gonna be honest.
Mike
Um,
Pence was walking alone.
it's
No camera
kind of
crews with
like
him.
a
And as we got a
version
bigger
of
shot, I realized
carnival
he's walking through
barking.
the crypts.
You know,
He's
come
on
and
the
see the
lower floor of the
freaks.
Capitol, about to head up
And
yeah,
to the
I'm
stage
just
where the
not on
ceremony will
board with
actually
that.
take place. But Rhonda, it was sort of a striking image
yeah.
to see the former vice president
But
all by
other than
himself
that, it's a
in
great
the
day to
same
be in
building where
America.
Donald Trump's supporters were
Definitely.
threatening to hang
Just
him
don't
just
be a
4 years
tenant
ago.
of John's.
Yeah,
yeah, it also
I'm
speaks
starting to
volumes
think
as well,
John
because if
has
you've covered
become
Mike Pence before,
somewhat
you know he and his wife are usually
desensitized
inseparable.
to.
They both
Oh,
became
really?
very
You just
divisive,
realizing that?
along with their daughter, and
Yeah,
of course,
but
Vice
it's
President Pence's brother was also in Congress at the time. His
I
whole
don't
immediate
know,
family
man.
was in this building,
Well,
John,
and
I'm not gonna.
when there
Is
were, folks outside
desensitized the
saying,
right
"Hang Mike
word
Pence,"
though?
and the person being sworn in
oh
shortly
man,
was someone that we
I
found
mean,
in
it
the
I
could
January
be.
6th investigation,
yeah,
also
yeah.
the Jack Smith report, that the
Ah
President Trump
man,
at the time did not
Now
seem to
it's
share
interesting
and
to
believe.
see Elon
So
Musk
when people
talking to
told
Ro
him that
Khanna
Mike
there.
Pence is still on the grounds and in danger, so
He's
this
a
is
progressive
quite just striking to see. I'm sure I wish I could see these images as
um,
well. To see
senator.
the former vice
In
president
some
come
ways, it's
to spend
actually
this moment
kind
at
of
this time.
interesting to
Again,
see
it's
how
incredible.
well,
But
at least
we
these
also have to
people
think
put on
of the
appearances
living
well.
presidents who are there.
oh yeah,
Donald Trump
I
has
listened
served
to
with all of
somebody
them.
earlier,
Of
a
course, he
few minutes ago,
served
praising
with
Michelle
against
Obama's
former President
decision.
Obama,
And I'm kind of
served
with
against
her.
Hillary
You
Clinton.
know,
But they're all
she's
there, seated
she
to
just
see this part of our
is at her
democracy
fill of
unfold. So
pretending.
that is also a very interesting part of the
yeah,
day, is seeing some of
yeah.
these
You know, I
moments
think
that you will likely only see once.
Yeah, Rhonda, one
especially
of those
when it
moments we're
comes to
seeing
these
is Cory Booker
oligarchs
taking
and
a
the
selfie with Chuck
politicians,
Grassley.
you gotta have thick skin, and
People
I
on
don't
two
think
very different
Michelle
sides,
really signed up for
but sort of having a bonding moment.
what
And
it
that's
is
not
to
Bernie
be,
Sanders,
you
who
know,
went
the first
viral
lady in
so
the
just 4 years
political
ago.
world. It's evil, man.
Yeah,
That shit's
Yeah.
evil. I don't think Michelle really signed up for all of that.
Well, she didn't. And uh, I mean, I actually do see the point of supporting your man and all that. But you
I know
know
you do.
what?
I
You
know
know
you do.
what? There. What's what's the Meatloaf song? I'll do anything for love, but just not that,
Yeah.
or something to
Yeah.
that effect.
It is, and that was Priscilla Chan, the wife
But I
Yeah.
won't do
of
that.
him as well.
And you know
But
what? Everybody has their limits.
and really, it says
They
a
do.
lot that Donald Trump
They
has
do.
given them this
It
peace
would be
bond,
nice,
considering
but
none of
I
those
think
who were
they
outspokenly supporting him before
we
the
shouldn't be so
election
concerned about other
and
people's marriages. We don't know what type of marriage they have.
politicians in Silicon
For all
Valley
we know,
saying
they could
that
have an open
our
marriage. For all we
increases
know,
in artificial intelligence
Yeah.
over the weekend. We haven't mentioned
you know.
one of the big announcements on
It's,
Friday was the initiative in crypto,
Or it could be
Bitcoin
like
in
the kind
March.
of normal marriage where, well,
Cryptocurrency yesterday
hell, I supported your career for
a
20
lot of
years.
sort of
We're
speculation
yeah,
retired. I'm not
about
doing it
and
anymore.
Trump on paper has made
yeah,
billions of dollars
yeah. Plus, she is.
I would
She's not a.
certainly take a Michelle Obama over a Hillary Clinton.
tax. And so I think Trump
Yeah,
has
look at that
sort of tactical
husk, that
guys
husk of a body,
$100 million to try to get him elected.
a dead, soulless animal.
Well,
Look
it's
at
not
her.
dead. It's not dead soulless animal as much as, hey, you know what? Um, you want to talk about marriages? We know too much about their marriage.
Yeah, we do.
Hell,
Yeah,
were
we
they
do.
even holding hands?
Nah, nah. And I
Not that
think
not that
Hillary.
old couples, not that old couples have to hold hands, but you know what? I can tell right there that those two actually kind of enjoy each other.
Yeah, and if you notice, Hillary was about 5 paces in front of Bill too. Yeah, it's definitely a sham of a marriage. But that's what
Well,
happens
you
a
know
lot of
what?
times.
But it's a marriage. Whatever it was, they didn't split up. They
Yeah.
had a kid. In theory, they are actually like
Ah, look at
a
Obama.
Superman.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
he looks so
He
lonely.
he does. He looks naked.
No,
Look at
I'm
him.
kidding. He doesn't give a fuck. He's
Uh,
look at his pimp walk.
he looks naked out there, man. Oh my God. I feel horrible for him.
Why?
Oh,
Okay,
Barry.
wait, hold it. Did you just say you feel horrible for him?
Yeah, because he looks foolish.
Why the f would you care?
I mean, he was a president, Stanley. He was a
So
president.
what?
I mean, he could at least brought out Sasha or one
You
of the
know that
other.
actually would have been pretty cool, but they
Right.
probably didn't want. Do you think he didn't try? They didn't.
We're,
They didn't want to do it either. Now
we're,
imagine. Now, see, this is the one thing I can tell you've never been a parent. That's the one thing you don't want to do. Have your kids pick sides. You want to
yeah.
fuck up a kid, even even as an adult, HB, asking your kid to choose sides, that's just like the most hurtful thing you can do.
Nah, I get it. It's just, man, we're
You
about to
want to
watch
you
all
want
the.
to fuck up a family? Have a kid choose a side.
It's just we're about to watch all these entrances, and nobody else is gonna walk in there by themselves, Stanley. It's just the
Wait, whoa, whoa,
optics.
whoa, whoa. Mike Pence did.
Ah, well,
Okay, and I think his wife kind of did what a Michelle Obama did. I
yeah,
don't know the story, but she said she would do one event or something, but there were some things she wasn't going to do. That's
yeah,
another. Now, see, she's not getting as much press as Michelle Obama for obvious reasons, but
obvious
still.
reason. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
what's up, badass? Hit the link if you want.
yeah. Apparently, Mike Pence's wife is the reasoning as Michelle, they just don't want to stand for Trump. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But see, nobody in our circle is talking about that shit. They want to pick on the black woman.
Well,
These are
I think
some, these, no, it's my show. I'm going to say what the hell I want.
go ahead,
These black conservatives are anti-black and anti-black woman. Beyond that, th- who, who, who? I'm the first. I'm the first person to even mention Mike Pence's wife.
Yeah.
Does that tell you something?
Well, you are very knowledgeable. That's what it tells me.
No, no. This isn't like secret, super secret,
Uh,
special knowledge.
yeah, but I mean,
I
I
listen to the news.
yeah, yeah. No, you're very knowledgeable, Stanley.
You gotta do some homework.
Yeah.
I sent Portia the show link,
Okay.
so
Okay.
hopefully she's feeling better. Tell you what, man, that intensive care, she's not gonna get any fucking sleep. Kind of feel
Nah,
bad.
nah,
I got
she's
her
not.
mother's a doctor.
Yeah, yeah. She's not, man. I know she's about to hate it in there, but I told
Well,
her
the
to
problem is depending on how ICU you are,
mhm.
it's noisy. My wife was in the ICU for 2 weeks, and it was a trip. It was like not pleasant,
Yeah,
and I didn't know it was bad enough that she had to have a breathing tube. She is sick, so
yeah. Deacon Dave, salute, man.
what's up, Dave?
Yo, what up? What up? What up? I know I sound like shit, so I ain't gonna be up too
Well, you
long.
always sound like shit. Want to know why?
Why?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, I probably deserve it. I'll be in the chat talking crazy, man. What's going on
No,
with
you
y'all?
know what? I have no problem. A lot of it is talking shit, but a lot of it is okay by me. You do it well.
I found your channel finally. Apparently, if you type in somebody's name, you have to put live behind it, and it comes up. That's the only way
You
it
know
works.
what? I've been afraid to put it out there. I was gonna drop it on a couple places, but I don't know. It's kind of a temporary thing until